All right, chat, let's get real. It's a Monday. It's the start of a new week. There's got to be some new Overwatch drama, right? Am I right? Is that what we're here to see? Apparently, Samito is, I guess, out. He's saying goodbye. I thought we'll check out this video and see what it's about.
We need to have a conversation, guys. I'm sure anybody who's tuned into the internet has seen how busy my week has been. This has been the busiest couple days of
Boy has been grinding. He's loving that content.
my life. I've barely slept. That's why there haven't been any streams. Obviously, for those of you who don't know, I acquired Mindplex, and that's going to be my #1 priority going forward. Yeah, let's talk a little bit about Overwatch 2. Obviously, anybody who's watched my streams over the years has continued to see my dissatisfaction with the game, and I'm not going to be taking shots at the game and saying, "Oh, it's the devs' fault." Obviously, you know the blow.
Obviously, it is, but let's maybe we won't come on that. Get it? We won't come on that. Yeah.
Of the PvE not being what was promised was kind of the final straw for me. That broke the camel's back. That let me know, okay, I just need to move on. I know I don't want to be here my whole career. I know I don't want to be here my whole life. I want to move on and do more with my life. And obviously, game design is a big part of that. And that's why one of the reasons why I wanted to get Mindplex was so that I actually had the ability to go design games and pursue my dream. And it's just very clear that Overwatch isn't really going to be a space to do that. And I really don't want people to take this video as one of those, oh, I'm quitting the game, blah, 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 I hope this game dies. No, I want Overwatch.
I need to change my thumbnail and title for this video. Oh, no.
To succeed. It has a very special place in my heart. It's been great. And, it's just like right now with what I want to do with my life and how I'm feeling and stuff like that, it just is elsewhere. I can't have Overwatch be my #1 priority. So the days of Samito coming on and streaming top 500 ranked every day are no longer going to be here, just to be honest with you. Let's, I want to branch out, do more rant style videos about things in general. Mindplex is going to take a lot of my attention. Now, are there going to be some days where I'm like, you know what, maybe I kind of want to stream some Overwatch ranked? Yeah, I'll hop on and I'll stream, and it's not gonna be like I'm abandoning this channel forever or the Overwatch content forever. It's just right now with where things are at.
I'm glad that he's doing this, actually. I mean, like you said, it's not because Overwatch 2 is absolute trash right now. It is, but no one's happy with it. But I'm glad that he's kind of taken that as a note, as a hint that maybe I'll go pursue the other stuff I want to do. Like, obviously, Overwatch was like a full-time thing for him. And with the recent shit, again, he doesn't want to link it together, but I think with the recent shit going on, he's just not satisfied with the game. And it's kind of pushed him to go do new stuff. I like that. I'm glad there's some good coming out of this. And like a lot of these top players or top content creators for Overwatch, they're kind of thinking, maybe it's just not what I want it to be anymore. Maybe there's more out there. I like this. This is a W in my books. Not for the game and not for Blizzard, but for the creators. It's good. I like it.
Especially the state of the game. I mean, obviously the PvE lying just made me lose all trust, and that was really the big deciding factor in me wanting to go. Like, I knew I had some interest in Mindplex, but after I heard what was going on, that definitely was the thing that made me say, all right, we need to jump ship here. We need to go focus on my dream and other business ventures and stuff like that, because it was always on my mind. I knew I wanted to do it, but with the state of the game, I personally miss 6v6. I hadn't really brought up 6v6 too much just because there was no point. We were looking forward to PvE and stuff. But for me personally, on a personal note, I just liked having more synergy. I like a higher skill ceiling.
I see a lot of people having this take, and maybe I'm just not good at the game, or maybe I don't get it. But I think the 5v5 is a lot better. That's my door. I need to go grab that. What was I saying? Yeah, maybe I just don't understand the 6v6 versus the 5v5. I prefer it. It felt like there was a lot more stalemates in the 6v6, but again, the highest I got to was Masters. So I don't know. That was back in Overwatch 1. Overwatch 2, I haven't gone past Diamond yet, so don't take my word for it, but I like the new 5v5. I don't think it's an L for the game, but I could be wrong.
And that's just kind of what I wanted. it's just there's just a big sour taste in my mouth towards this franchise right now about just everything, man. Like I was looking forward to PvE so much, and it's just not there. The state of ranked is horrible. I still can't even play with my friends. Like, why would I like want to stick around on that product? You know, I know like the ceiling for content creation is bigger in other places. I'm miserable playing the game, right? It's very clear that
That's it right there. Surely, if you're not enjoying making the content on the game, if you're miserable doing it, yeah, it's time to dip. Like I've moved away from Overwatch. I don't enjoy playing anymore. I just get angry and rage. I've moved over to Apex and doing stuff like this, just chatting with you guys. So yeah, just if something makes you miserable, just cut it out. You know, if you can, you know, if it's your 9 to 5, bit harder to just dip, but yeah, try and find other avenues. 100%.
they aren't catering this game towards competitors, which is what I am. It just, you know, it was a no-brainer decision for me to look to just go do other stuff. And again, let me be clear. This is not one of those videos where it's like, I hate this company and I hope the team fails and I hope the game dies. Like, no, of course, dude. There's so many great people in the scene, and, you know.
Yeah, and we don't hate the developers. I'm tripping over my words. Jesus. The developers don't have much for say. They have to work with what they've got, and, you know, if Bobby comes down and says we're not doing that, we're doing this now, they have to abide it or they lose their jobs. Simple as that. There's great people working on the game. I agree with that. And yeah, I hope Overwatch 2 comes back. I hope, you know, the content coming out is actually really good, and, you know, suddenly we're all like, oh, Overwatch 2 isn't too bad, and, you know, it will be a good live service game for a while, and it'll keep trying to rival like Apex and Valorant and those sort of games. I mean, yeah, perfect world stuff. But yeah, I don't want this game to crash and burn. I played this game for years. You know, I was in there at the start of Overwatch 1. I played through up until where the content all dried up. And then I came straight back on Overwatch 2. Like, I love the game. I love the lore. It's just been mishandled. Hopefully it gets sorted. I feel like I've said these points so many times in these videos. This might be the last one. I don't know. God knows what Blizzard's going to do. But, you know, hopefully they'll lay low for a bit with the drama and scandals.
I hope to see them succeed and do well, and that's all I ever wanted for this game, right? Was to see it thrive and pop off and be a game that really attracts so many people from different places, because it really is the most special shooter game I've ever played. I've never played a shooter game that has the polish that this one has, that has the diversity of gameplay options that this one has, that has the storytelling this one has. Like, Overwatch still does have the most potential out of any FPS game on the market. It's just, not only has it just not ever really been pursued, but it's just been flushed down the toilet over and over and over and over and over again. And I'm just so tired of sitting here powerlessly watching and wasting my career here when I could go pursue other things. Like, the reality of Overwatch is, and this is just where Activision Blizzard as a company entirely has taken it, is it's just going to be a mid-tier game. And, you know, that could be sustainable for them. That could be great for them, and they could make that work. But for me personally, I'm too competitive, man. I'm in everything I'm in to win. And whether I end up winning or losing, you know, I've lost plenty in my career. I've lost plenty in my life. I made plenty of mistakes, right? But
this is bad because, like you said, he's more into the competitive scene anyway. And Blizzard keep pushing that that's what they're focusing on, the competitive, like, industry, I guess. And that's why they've kind of dipped on like the lore and building up the world. But they're losing their competitors. They're losing all these big players in the competitive scene, while also not doing the content that wasn't for competitors, which was more for like the average Joe, you and me. Like, they're just not winning. They're not Charlie Sheening right now. They're just dropping the ball every 20 seconds, man. It is getting embarrassing.
You know, I don't regret it, because that's just the kind of man that I am. I'm a competitor, and I want to give everything I have to every project. And I'm not interested in a project that just does the bare minimum. I'm not interested in being around something that doesn't go out there. Like, you know, I've kind of talked about this a little bit. I'm going to open up about a couple things here. You know, ever since my buddy Jalen died, right, I remember being at his funeral, and, you know, we had to carry his casket, and it was an open casket, right? And I you know, he was my best friend. It's where I got my name. It's where I got everything. And I remember looking down at his body and just, I can't get that image out of my head. And ever since that moment, I changed. I realized that you have to give everything you have while you're here, or it's not worth it. It's not about winning or losing. It's about, obviously winning is important and you want to win, but it's about giving it 110% every single day. And while I'm in the Overwatch scene, and that's my main thing, I know that I'll never be able to give it 110% because I just don't believe in the vision.
He's Hearthstone.
I just don't, and that's the cold hard truth. Like, I need to go do something that I believe in to be fulfilled as a human being. And that's not to say that some people can't feel fulfilled in Overwatch. I'm not saying it's not possible. I'm not saying that if you feel that, you shouldn't. Please make no mistake. This is a complete personal note, right? And this is by no means trying to, shit on anybody at the team or shit on any creator who wants to pursue a career in Overwatch. Go for it. If that's what fulfills you, abso-freaking-lutely, right? But I have to be real about myself and what I want and what I need to do. And I think that's been pretty apparent for many, many years now. I would say since 2020 that, I have not really been fulfilled in Overwatch. And
man, like, just thinking about that, like, what's that, almost 3 years of just doing something that his heart's just not fully in it, and he's not feeling it, and that must suck. Yeah, and like you said, we was touching on like being at the funeral and sort of getting that more. Oh my god, I'm really struggling to speak today. That mortality sort of check, and it's powerful. Like, you hear it all the time, and there's a reason for that. Like, when you see like death, it does kind of spark something where it's like, okay, yeah, I want to make sure I'm achieving the stuff I want to do. And if he's been doing this for like nearly 3 years and just not in it, man, I think it's about time he tilts his hat and walks out the door, honestly. It seems like he's got something on the horizon that's going to really fulfill him. So, I mean, more power to him.
I haven't wasted.
Also, I like that he's really, really trying not to push any blame onto Blizzard. He's talking from a personal point of view, like, constantly, and it's good. He's looking out. I like that.
My time, I don't regret my time, right? Because it's been beautiful, it's been fun, but I don't think that this game is going to be elite. I don't. I just don't.
No.
I hope it does. I hope I'm wrong. But listen, when true colors get revealed, you got to believe it, right? And
might be too late.
I do love Jared and Aaron. I don't think it's their fault at all. I think Jared's actually done a great job of replying to people on Twitter. It's been really fun to see him stand his ground. And I got to say, Jared, I respect the hell out of that, man. You keep doing it, and I hope that you can turn this ship around and keep it going and keep the ball rolling here. And best of luck to you, man. We're rooting for you. And I hope I encourage my entire community, especially who still are going to be playing Overwatch every day, to also root for him, right? Yeah, no, for me, it's just like, look, I know that this is not the place that's going to make my dream come true. I know that in order to be a better man and give back like I was given to from this gaming industry, that I need to go elsewhere. And that's what my plan is, right? So, obviously I've been very silent this week talking to you guys about what my plan is, because honestly, it's been crazy. I mean, contracts at 2 a.m., getting my development team together, planning out everything that we need to do. I have huge plans for Mindplex.
This is gonna be hard. Like, what he's pursuing is not easy. Like, this is gonna be a lot of work, but you can already hear it in his voice when he's talking about it. He's getting excited, and yeah, I don't think he's had that for a while.
And this is going to be my step into the reins of game design and making sure that we can make some dreams come true for many, many people and really give back to the experience that I've gotten. And it's just the state of Overwatch. It's just not that game. It's just not that game. It's not what it once was. And I don't think personally, if I was a betting man and I had to bet, I would say it probably won't ever be. Which is fine. It still can be sustainable. It can still do well. But, it's really hard to hit the bar as to what this game was on release, because there was nothing like it. And there never will be. That's how special it was, right? That's not me saying that you can't be successful in the Overwatch scene, because, like, the first launch was just one of the most incredible things in the history of gaming. And
I mean, even the second, the beta was huge. Like, there's so many people returned to the game. Like, people love this game. The beta was insanely big. It was almost as big as the launch, to be honest. But yeah, it's just kind of fumbled, and I think it's going to stay as like a kind of like a husk of its former glory, and it'll just keep cash grabbing and trucking along, unfortunately.
It definitely got all the credit that it deserved, and I do hope it can get back there. But right now, we got to focus on us, man. We got to keep things moving. We got to be the best we can be every single day. And I know that I can't be the best man I can be while focusing primarily on Overwatch. So, you know, this is kind of why I'm stepping away from the game a little bit. I'm not quitting entirely. Like, I'll be around. Like, if you guys need me, I'll try to be in and out when I have time. But Mineplex is now my #1 priority. I've got to get the ball rolling here. I've got a ton of projects that I got to work on, and I'll have a lot more news for that, for you guys on that sooner. But I'm going to go chase my dream. And Overwatch, you know, while you've been my #1 priority for so many years, I want to say thank you for the memories. Thank you for everything. It's not the last you'll see of me, but I'm still really, really grateful for all the people I've met, the journey it's been, the mistakes I've been able to learn from and continue to learn from. Overwatch made me a better man, and I am very grateful for that. So yeah, no, to all my friends of the Overwatch team, good luck, have fun. Keep grinding, keep doing you. Believe in yourself, chat. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. And those of you who are coming with me on my journey forward through Mineplex and forward into the game design industry and forward into many other business plans that I'll be able to talk about. That's awesome. So yeah, you'll see me on Ranked maybe twice a week, but and you'll still see rant videos on this channel covering like a ton of subjects. But yeah, that's why I'm stepping away from Overwatch. It's time for me to spread my wings. So thank you guys so much. I love you. I'll see y'all later with a ton of announcements. Peace out and best of luck, Overwatch.
It's a good video. No, I'm really happy, Sam. Honestly, it seems like it's about time, and I agree with like literally everything he says, every sentiment he's put out there, even though he said it's from a personal like perspective. I agree with it 100%. I can relate. Like a lot of you guys, like I said before, I know most of you from Overwatch. Like a lot of you guys, like DD especially, like even though we play a lot of Apex together now, we met in Overwatch. It's like it becomes part of you, and it was a huge community, and you know that's why we keep coming back and sort of talking. We still do the odd stream, but yeah, I mean, it's sad to see another big name in Overwatch 2 dipping, but it seems to be a trend. If more people start realizing this and start dipping, Blizzard are gonna have to do something. Like in terms of like everyone says, like wallet speaks. Like don't buy the skins, don't do this, don't do that, and they'll change it up. I don't think that's gonna change anything. Honestly, I feel like there's always gonna be that mass majority of people that will buy skins and battle passes and all that jazz. So you know, you dipping out. Yes, I get that you're doing it to stop and try and show your sort of disgrace towards them. But I don't think that will change. I think this, like a lot of these big names dipping out of the game and publicly doing so and sort of like telling their communities like, yeah, stay if you want, but I'm out, is going to do a lot more work in sort of trying to better Overwatch than not buying the flavor of the week skin that Blizzard launches. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Like, are you into this? Are you dipping out of Overwatch? You still liking it? Yeah, I'm interested to see, and I'll see you next time.